Hello and welcome to day 16 of Lockdown Bootcamp. I hope we're all still surviving and happy and healthy as much as possible. We're moving on, and what I want to talk about is the importance of nutrition and just coming back to the basics, okay? Helping people understand, because sometimes I've been doing this for so long or talk about it all day, every day, that I forget to the building the basic blocks of what nutrition is and good nutrition is. And good nutrition is part of a healthy lifestyle, okay? And a healthy lifestyle is everything that you consume, okay? So it's social media, it's the news, it's the gossip, it's even the music that you listen to, it's exercise, and it's food. And that's where I think the boot camp is trying to encourage people to get healthy with just terms of exercise and your diet and your nutrition. Now obviously do a lot more for yourself in terms of stop watching all the negative stuff. Maybe even come off social media for. I know it's hard because we become addictive creatures and we become addicted to it. But watch your social media content, watch your news content, watch your gossip, watch everything that you consume from other people, okay? Because all of these have an overall effect on our health, okay? It is what you consume, but as we said, one of the first things that we spoke about here is that is your responsibility. You're responsible for your health. You are responsible for what you consume. You have the choice to consume an apple or a packet of chips. Okay, you are responsible, okay? So I don't want to get into that or start giving out to people and say, oh, stop watching social media, oh, turn off the news, stop gossiping about people, just watch all happy, love and hippie stuff, okay? It's not about that. We all are different people, and we all have different interests, and we all have different needs and wants. But one thing that doesn't differ is between us all is the food we consume, okay? And the food we consume are basically broken down into proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, fiber and roughage. So just to quickly run through what each of those are to help us understand, perhaps, is starting off with protein. Okay, protein is an essential nutrient. It's a macronutrient. In terms of energy, it provides about 4 calories per gram, so it's not a bad source of energy, which is equal to about the same as carbohydrates. The proteins are the building blocks of tissue. Okay, it helps to build muscles. It is part of our DNA. It helps us to repair. It helps us to grow. It helps everything, okay? Protein is essential. It is part of our DNA, which again, under this, the times we're living in at the moment, this virus is attacking our DNA cells and RNA in the cells. So good quality protein is essential, okay? And good quality includes fish, protein, chicken, lean meats, nuts, seeds, eggs, okay? And bad quality proteins include the processed meats, which does include bacon, unfortunately, sandwich hams, smoked fish, because smoked fish is, generally speaking, not smoked anymore. You just got this solution that is painted on it to discolor and give a taste or a flavor of smokiness. Believe it or not, vegetables are considered a low source of protein, but that should not surprise anybody. And then moving on, there's fats, and fats, are an essential part of our diet, okay? Fills the cells, it insulates the body, it protects the human organs, it helps our body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins, which you spoke about yesterday. It provides a massive amount of energy, 9 calories per gram. Now again, there's good and bad, and the good include polyunsaturated fats, which are, omega-3 acids, monosaturated fats, which are vitamin E, which we contain in olive oil, nuts. So the good ones are olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, things like that, okay? And the bad are the saturated or the trans fats, in particular artificial trans fats. Okay, the idea between, we'll pick up labels, we'll say hydrogenated or partial hydrogenated fats, okay? Hydrogenating is the process of the number of hydrogen atoms that surround a carbon atom, okay? It's getting a little bit technical, so we won't really go into it that much. But what happens is that when we consume these fats, these hydrogen atoms can break off in the body and turn into free radicals, which attack healthy cells. Now, free radicals are a huge thing in terms of health, so I will actually do a specific type of little chat on what a free radical is, but it generally comes from a hydrogenated fat. Okay, so then moving on, now we have carbohydrates, and we have 3 types of carbohydrates. We have simplex, complex and refined. And simplex are the fruit and veg, complex are the rice, the starchy vegetables, the grains, and refined carbohydrates are generally something that has gone through so many processes in the production that they have no nutrients left in them. Now, refined carbohydrates are one of the leading causes for obesity and chronic health problems, and believe it or not, it makes up part of more or less a substantial part of the Americanized diet, which is not a healthy diet whatsoever. It's America leads the world in obesity and chronic illnesses like heart disease and diabetes and stuff like that. Okay, and then we have vitamins and minerals, which we discussed at length over the last 2 days. And then the other part of our nutrients, or essential part of intake in terms of nutrients, are fiber and roughage. While they contain very more or less zero nutrients, they're an essential part of cleansing. Now, we have 4 organs of elimination. We have our bowel, which is the most powerful. We have our kidneys, we have our skin, and we have our lungs. So, in terms of cleansing out our bowel, if we take this very, very, very simple analogy, okay, now it's very simple, but it does work, is the car engine. We put fuel in, which is food. The engine combusts it, provides the ability for the car to move. It provides energy, and the exhaust pipe is the organ of elimination as such in the car. So we would know that kind of like if we block up the exhaust pipe, the engine will eventually explode. Now, human beings do not explode, thankfully, but what does happen is that it leads to an awful lot of inflammation in the body. And coming back to the fact that we are energy, we are energetic beings with a frequency. If we block that energy, what causes inflammation, it causes illness. Okay, so we need to be able to eliminate our waste products very, very well, and one of the main supporting things that we can add to our body is fiber and roughage, and there's plenty of those, and that is one supplement I am a big fan of, things like psyllium husks or slippery almond. There's plenty of digestive aids to help with fiber and roughage, because if our diet is full of the bad fats and the refined carbohydrates, we are not getting any fiber and roughage in those meals or in those foods. So please look at introducing fiber and roughage. Now, my idea of taking fiber is at night time, because our body cleanses and repairs and heals while we sleep. So kind of like if we take a high fiber supplement at night time, when we wake up in the morning, we should be able to eliminate. And one of the first things we should do in the morning is when we get up is go to the toilet. It's a sign of a healthy system. Okay, so moving on from that, okay, the other additions to your lifestyle that will help with a really healthy kind of like which is what we're looking for, is kind of like the addition of probiotics to help the intestinal gut flora in the system. So again, not all probiotics are equal. Look for a liquid or a capsulated form that comes in a fridge that has a shelf life date. Don't bother buying tablets. I think personally they're a waste of money. You can include immune boosting herbs into your diet, like echinacea or olive leaf extract or something like that. Exercise. It's key. Now, follow us on Facebook, please, because like I know Michael is doing lots of stuff on Facebook in terms of helping you with your exercise and stuff like that, and also within groups, or maybe a video watch party or something, we can organize something that in Facebook where we can have questions and answers, or I can answer your questions if you have stuff. Easy. Other additions would include sleep. Go to bed early, rise early. Now, I don't know if anybody is familiar with people like Sadhguru that will tell you that the earth has a specific frequency at between 3:30 and 3:40 in the morning. So it is actually, he recommends that is one of the best times to get up and do some meditation. It is an essential part of calming the mind, because your mind controls your thoughts control your well-being, your emotions, what you decide to eat. So maybe you can get up at 3:30 and do some meditation for 10-15 minutes, and then go back into bed for a quick power nap, and then go back up and get about your day with starting off with a nice little bit of exercise and stuff like that. So moving on from that, tomorrow I want to talk about the energy of food, or the frequency of food, and how that benefits our well-being and how that brings about optimum health. So I wanted to keep this short, but I see again that I've run over time. So I hope you're not minding, and I hope you're all still following. And please do not, hesitate to get in contact with me. If you have any questions to ask, or you need any more information, or you want a private consultation, or we can do it online. It's no problem at all. But make sure you follow FiXiT Health Hub on Facebook if you can. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.